Namaste.
Sorry. Suklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannapadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe Gnananandamayam Devam Nirmala Spatika Akrutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Krishnam Kamalapatraksham Punyasravana Kirtanam Vasudevam Jagadyonim Naumi Narayanam Harim Srimad Bhagavatam Puranamalam Yadvaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Saramaham Syametadakhilam Gnanam Param Giyate Yatra Gnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitaihi Naishkarmyamavishkrutam Tatsundvan Vipadan Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuchyen Naraha Yogindraya Namastasmai Sukaya Brahmarupine Samsara Sarpadashtam Yo Vishnuratam Amumachato Om Sri Krishna Yanamaha. We have been going on with the Bhagavata Saptasati, and in the Saptasati Panchama Adhyaya, and we are just trying to note the speech of Prahlada, and it is from the sloka number 253. You know, Prahlada, having had his father being killed by Narasimhaswamy, he wanted to instruct all his young classmates regarding the importance of Narayana, and therefore he starts speaking about it. From 253 sloka, we go on explaining that. Chaptara and you recite when I say once. Hanta arbhaka me srunuta vachovaha sarvatasivam vayasyan pasyata mrutan kridanto ma pramadjata napurapi vayam bala atmanotha priyeshinaha guruktamapi nagrahyam Edanarthe arthakalpanam kashyatruhu kavudasinaha kim mitram ko arthatmanaha bhavatu swavinayaihi kim syatu daivam sampattu vipatpradam. So Sivalinga in our please you start reciting once when I recite. Are you ready?
Ready.
Anta Arbhaka 253 slokam.
ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಆದ್ರೂ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ.
ಸರಿ.
ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಭಕಾಹ
ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಭಕಾಹ
ಮೇ ಶೃಣುತ ವಚಃ
ಯೇ ಶೃಣುತ ವಚಃ
ವಹ ಸರ್ವತಃ ಶಿವಂ
ವಹ ಸರ್ವತಃ ಶಿವಂ
ವಯಸ್ಯಾನ್ ಪಶ್ಯತ
ವಯಸ್ಯಾನ್ ಪಶ್ಯತ
ಮೃತಾನ್ ಕ್ರೀಡಂತೋ
ಮೃತಾನ್ ಕ್ರೀಡಂತೋ
ಮಾ ಪ್ರಮಾದ್ಯತ
ಮಾ ಪ್ರಮಾದ್ಯತ
ನ ಪುರಾಪಿ ವಯಂ ಬಾಲಾ
ಮಾಪಿ ಪಾಪಂ ಭಯಂ ಪಾಲಾಃ
ಪುರಾಪಿ ವಯಂ ಬಾಲಾಃ
ಪುರಾಪಿ ವಯಂ ಬಾಲಾಃ
ಆತ್ಮನೋ ಅಥ ಪ್ರಿಯೈಷಿಣಃ
ಆತ್ಮನೋ ವಃ
ಪ್ರಿಯೈಷಿಣಃ
ಪ್ರಿಯೈಷಿಣಃ
ಗುರುಕ್ತಮಪಿ
ಗುರುತ್ತಮಪಿ
ನ ಗ್ರಾಹ್ಯಂ
ನ ಗ್ರಾಹ್ಯಂ
ಯದನರ್ಥೇ
ಯದನರ್ಥೇ
ಅರ್ಥಕಲ್ಪನಂ
ಅರ್ಥಕಲ್ಪನಂ
ಕಶ್ಯತ್ರುಃ
ಕಃ ಶತ್ರುಃ
ಕ ಉದಾಸೀನಃ
ಕ ಉದಾಸೀನಃ
ಕಿಂ ಮಿತ್ರಂ
ಕಿಂ ಮಿತ್ರಂ
ಕೋ ಅರ್ಥ ಆತ್ಮನಃ
ತೋ ಅರ್ಥಾತ್ಮನಃ
ಭವತ್ ಸ್ವವಿನಯೈಃ
ಭವತು ಶಹೀನ ನೈಹಿ
ಸ್ವವಿನಯೈಃ ಕಿಂ ಸ್ಯಾತ್
ವಹೀನ ನೈಹಿ ಕಿಂ ಸ್ಯಾತ್
ದೈವಂ ಸಂಪತ್
ದೈವಂ ಸಂಪತ್
ವಿಪತ್ಪ್ರದಂ
ವಿಪತ್ಪ್ರದಂ.
So now Prahlada is talking to all his friends. So he's addressing the friends as Arbhakaha. Arbhakaha means boys. Oh, you all boys, 253 slokam. In Hanta is Ascharya. Hanta says that is wonderful. It is surprising. What is that, Kabati? He says that Vaha for you, Srunuta Vachaha. Please listen to my speech or talk. How is my talk going to be? Sarvataha Shivam. It is going to be completely auspicious, benefiting, prosperous, and peace providing. Shiva is Shantam. That's why we say Shivam Shantam Manta. We say Shivam means Shantam. That is, you will get real happiness when you are to hear to my words. Because he says that Pasyata Vayasyan. Please observe our own friends. Vayasya means friends. Snehitaru. Namma Snehitarna unsala nodi. Kridantaha Mrutan. They are all playing. They are all living happily. But ultimately, they are all dead. And therefore, whether you are playing, whether you are jovial, whatever be your status, what happens? We have to die. We will not be there. Death is immanent in us. Therefore, Prahlada is telling a caution. Enanta ma pramadyata. Don't get on to the dangers. Krida is also a danger. So sport, Krida means sport. When you are in sports, you may get hurt also. That's why you got sport medicine. Temporarily, the doctor comes, makes some spray and make you play. But afterwards, the problem won't go. So that's why Kridantaha pasyata vayasyan. But how long they play? Short time. Then they will die. And that is a pramada is death. So don't expose yourself to that kind of pramada. And now he gives an instance. And Shankaracharya has told us in Bhajagovinda Stotram, he says, Kalaha kridati gacchati ayuhu. Tadapina munchati ashavaayuhu. Anta helidare. Yenu kala yenu hoktane iratte. Whether you are doing or not doing, karma you are doing or you remain akarma, but it will keep on going. But ayuhu idiyalla, span of life will be giving us ups and downs, sorrow and happiness, and life and death. So ivella kodta irutte nama jeevanagalu. That's why ma pramadyata. And in 254 sloka, he again continues, Balaha vayam na purapi. And we are also interested, Atha also, Atmanaha Priyashinaha. Isha means desire. Isha is something that you will compulsorily work to get that. ಊಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಡುಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈಶಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಹಾರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಫುಡ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ದಟ್ ಈಶಾ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಲವ್ ಕುಕಿಂಗ್, ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್? ಸೊ ಪ್ರಿಯೈಷಿಣಃ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್, ವಿ ಲವ್ ದಿ ಡಿಸೈರ್. Because you love the desire, you work for fulfillment of the desire. And that kind of fulfillment of desire, ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆತ್ಮನಃ ಹಿತಂ, that it is very much congenial or comfortable for the upliftment of our own self. ನಮ್ಮ selfish interests, all our selfish interests are promoted because I love them. Everybody loves the self more than anybody. So, for example, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad tells us that you love any and everything in the nature outside because you love yourself. For example, you love your wife because you love your own self. So, you have always the attachment to yourself, and whatever is attached to yourself is valuable. That's why Priyayishinaha Atmanaha. And in this kind of self-upliftment and self-management, any unwanted, unpalatable, not lucrative advice is given, maybe even by gurus. You should not adhere to them. And second line alli, Guruktamapi nagrahyam. Even though sometimes gurus tell you regarding your action, if it is not at all approvable to your Isha, which is very dear to you, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದ ಪ್ರೀತಿಗೆ ಅನನುಗುಣವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, it's not acceptable for that. You should not nagrahyam. Grahyam is accept or execute or practice or obey. Nagrahyam means you should not obey that. And because sometimes all gurus are not the same, they give wrong interpretation for right things. Anarthi arthe anarthakalpanam. So when there is right thing is there, but people discourage you for that. Adi henge andre Sukracharya and Balichakravarti. Balichakravarti ಆ ವಾಮನನಿಗೆ ದಾನ ಭೂದಾನ 3 ಅಡಿ ದಾನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಶುಕ್ರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಯ್ಯ ಇವು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣ ಅಲ್ಲ, ವಟು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವನು ಮಹಾವಿಷ್ಣು, ನಿನಗೆ ಹಾನಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ವಿಲ್ ರೂಯಿನ್ ಯು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ದಾನಂ, ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ದೆನ್ he does not believe, because I cannot be a untruthful fellow. I gave a word that I give bhudanam. Among all danas, bhudana is supreme also. And all danas begin from bhudanam. Bhu means providing accommodation to people. ಯಾರನ್ನ ಬಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇದ ತೀರ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿನ್ನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ತೈತ್ರಿಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೆ, ನ ಕಂಚನ ವಸತವು ಪ್ರತ್ಯಾಚಕ್ಷೀತ. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದು, ಕಂಚನ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ವಿಸಿಟರ್. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಬಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಅಕಾಮಿಡೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಸೇ ನೋ. ಪ್ರತ್ಯಾಚಕ್ಷೀತ ಅಂದರೆ ನೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನರ್ಥ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಗುರುಗಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಆಲ್ ಗುರುಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಗುರುಸ್ ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ಗೈಡ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ. And such gurus, you should be very cautious. And you should use your own intelligence and knowledge whether my guru is properly guiding me or not. ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ವೇದವಾಕ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬುದ್ಧಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಪೋತನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ತೆಲುಗುಯಲ್ಲಿ, చెప్పెడువారు చెప్పినన్ ವಿನಡಿವಾರಿಕಿಂತುಕ ವಿವೇಕము ವಲದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ತೆಲುಗಲ್ಲಿ, ಭಾಗವತದಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೇಳೋರು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದರೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರ್ರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ, ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಬೈತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನು ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನರ್ಥ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಗುರುಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ರಿಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಇಟ್, ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್ ಇನ್ 255 ಶ್ಲೋಕ, he says, who is Shatru? Kas Shatruhu? Ka Udasinaha? Who is your friend? I mean, who is your enemy? And who is your neutral fellow? Doesn't talk about you, doesn't bother about you. Majestically, 100 people are going. Do you care anybody there? You just walk your way on the pavement. Alvanapa? So our point, you call it udasinaha. You don't care the crowd and people individually, but you are just your own. That kind of feeling is called as udasinaha. And kim mitram, who is kaha, and kim mitram anavaga, who is your friend? What are the characteristics that will really qualify a person to be your friend? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಆದರೆ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್. ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ವಿತ್ 4 people. ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಯು ಟು ಶ್ಮಶಾನಂ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಡೈ. ಸೊ ಆ 4 ಜನ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ಗುಡ್. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ he has changed the word kim. Kim means what? What are the lakshanas in person which will be making him as your friend? And again, kaha arthaha atmanaha. Meeku artha andre palatable and agreeable for that. So you should also know what is really beneficial for yourself. ಕ್ರೋಸಿನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನೋವು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಐಮೋಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ. ಐಮೋಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ಜ್ವರ ಬಂದರೆ ಕ್ರೋಸಿನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೈಟ್, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಬಂದು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಪೇನ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅಪ್ರಾಪ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಪೇನ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಟೇಕ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಸೇ ಆತ್ಮನಃ ಅರ್ಥಂ. ವಿಚ್ ಪೇನ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಆರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್, that will be really a meaningful thing for your upliftment. And bhavatu swavinayaihi kim syat. And so what would be the result of your own obedience, your own discipline? That also you should have a discretional knowledge. And ultimately, what is daivam? Kim daivam syat. What is the destiny? Andre, destiny is something which will give you positive result and negative result. So Daiva Sampaditaha dosham syat or gunam syat ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇವತೆಗಳು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಳು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ you have to make proper prayer and see that you are finding guna in that. And Daivam will not be always favorable to you. God will not be favorable to you because he also depends upon number of factors, whether how he should be to you. For example, did Rama and Lakshmana ever imagine that Sita will be abducted by Ravanasura? Rama had not heard about Ravana at all. Only Surpanaka introduced, I am sister of Ravana. Otherwise, Rama had absolutely no feeling against Ravana. Howda? So Rama was Udasina to Ravana. Rama came to forest to live in forest life, Vanavasam, and get back after 14 years. That was the intention, is it not? Nobody advised him go and kill Ravana. But the instance of killing or fighting with Ravana came when Ravana interfered, volunteered to hurt him. So that kind of volunteering is called Daiva Sampadito Doshaha. So here, Sampat and Vipat Pradam Daivam Syat. Destiny will give you death, destiny will give you healing or protection. General hospital ಸೇರಿದ ಮೇಲೆ, depending upon the kind of treatment and all that, you may come home or you will go to sanctuary, death sanctuary. So ಏನಾದರೂ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ದೇವರು ನಂಬ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದೈವಂ ಸಂಪತ್ ಪ್ರದಂ ವಿಪತ್ ಪ್ರದಂ. ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತನಪ್ಪ? ಸೊ ಗಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್, ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಅನ್ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್. ಆಲ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್. You should know that. Chandra is a killer, Surya is a killer, and Agni is a killer, and Vayu is a killer. That's what we say in Yajurvedalli, Aranyaka, Aruna Prasna. It is said that, see, Chandrama Chaturuchyate. So Agni, Vayu, Surya are direct killers. And Chandra, you are good. Oh, Chandra is good, his friend, and is very cool. Antala. Even cool fellows also will kill you. So Sita Badha antaralla. Ushna Badha, Sita Badha. So Ushna and Sita both are detrimental for us. Therefore, it is said Sampat Pradam, Vipat Pradam. So you have to use discretion in your own things. Now here, Yo Anugaru Chapandi. Yo na himsyat. Anu, are you there?
Yes, uncle.
Yeah, please repeat now. 255.
Yo
na himsyat.
Yo na himsyat. Yo na himsyat.
Dharma kamava.
Dharma kamamat. Dharma kamamat.
Atmano vai janasya cha.
Atmano vai janasya cha. Atmano vai janasya cha.
Punaha triloke yo hetuhu.
Punaha triloke yor hetuhu. Here it is punaha triloke. It's given. It is triloke.
That is a verb. Very good. That's a verb. Punaha triloka. If you join that, it becomes triloka. It is Sanskrit verb. And Sandhi.
Sandhi.
So, you should, if you don't know Sanskrit, you just understand Striloka is woman's world.
Okay. Punah triloke
yo hetuhu.
Punah triloke yor hetuhu.
Sammato artho atidurlabha.
Samuktandhyor atidurlabha.
sammatorthoti durlabha.
Sammatartho. Oh, here it is different. Sammatartho ati durlabha. Sammatartho ati durlabha.
Kaumara acharet prajno.
Kaumara acharet prajno. Kaumara acharet prajno.
Dharman bhagavataniha.
Dharman bhagavataniha. Dharman bhagavataniha.
Durlabham manusham janma.
Durlabham manusham janma. Durlabham manusham janma.
Tadapi adhruvamarthadam.
Tadapi adhruvamartadam. Tadapi adhruvamartadam.
Yathahi purushasyeha.
Yada hi purushasyeha. Yada hi purushasyeha.
Vishnoho padopasarpanam.
Vishnoho padopasarpanam. Vishnoho padopasarpanam.
Yadesha sarvabhutanam.
Yadesha sarvabhutanam. Yadesha sarvabhutanam.
Priya atma iswara suhrutu.
Priya Atmeshwara Sukrut. Priya Atmeshwara Sukrut.
So look at Prahlada telling beautiful advice. And it's an eye-opener to all people, because generally all people are buried in the laukika vyavaharas. They give top importance for all the mundane activities, mundane happiness, and all that. Therefore, he says that yaha dharma nahim syat, the person who will not endanger dharma. Dharma means duty. Everybody has got dharma. And there is everybody is born with dharma. And Kaumara dharma, Bala dharma, dharma, it's like that. So that's why when Krishna took Pandavas, Dharmaraja, and all that to Bhishma at the penultimate, at the death point, on the verge of death, he wanted to retire from the body, and because Bhishma had the Swachanda Marana, he could die anytime he wanted. So Krishna got the message mentally that Bhishma has chosen the day to depart from the body. That was Magha Suddha Saptami. That is the day when Bhishma Niryanam took place. So Bhishma is a most important Vishnu Bhakta. Therefore, among Vishnu Bhaktas, Bhishma is there, said about it. We are going to get knowledge about Bhishma. So when Krishna got that clairvoyance that Bhishma is going off, he soon after the conclusion of the war, by that time the war is over, actually Bhishma waited for the Mahabharata Ranakatha to come to conclusion. All the 99 brothers of Duryodhana and all the 11 Akshohini Sainyam have been done for. Only Duryodhana was available. Therefore, he went to meet Bhishmacharya, and Bhishmacharya went on telling about so many dharmas. Ultimately, Dharmaraja asked, what is that dharma which is most important? And in that context, here also, dharma is something that you have got to protect it. So in your behavior, you should not at all miss to follow dharma principles. That's why we have got so many promotive statements. Dharmo hi jayate, and dharma is important, like that. Because all dharmas are pavanani sarvata. In Vishnu Sahasranama, that is a Shanti. For sake of Shanti, you go to Vishnu Sahasranama. Shanti arthe viniyujyate. Therefore, he says, ko dharmaha sarvadharmanam. he puts which is the dharma, which is best sanctifying among so many dharmas. Then that dharma should not be endangered, should not be jeopardized. But people are fond of swerving from dharmacharana because of their own desires. Kamava. So, kamalgarinda, because of the kama overpowering dharma, the dharma becomes dull. That's why dharma, artha, kama, mokshas, among them, the kama moksha is always operative either for dharma or artha and moksha. So that's why in Mahanyasam they say dharmarthi, moksharthi, kamarthi, etc. anta heltare. Why do you think of God? Because you have arthis. All people are the seekers. All people are the beggars. Or all people are implorers. Therefore, kama and atmanaha janasya. What kama it is? The desire is for your own upliftment or your own personal desire fulfillment, or the desire is to get your relations also promoted. Ante bandhuvula kosam manu kashtapadtam. Because we want our bandhu preeti. Hey, nanu aa taraha maadde idre avanu altane. Nenu ala cheyakapothe vaadu edustadu. Annappudu you will swerve from dharma. Therefore, janasya atmanaha, keeping the desire of your own kith and kin, or keeping your own personal desire prominent, you are going to endanger dharma. Therefore, atmanaha vaijanasya cha. And moreover, triloke punaha ya hetuhu sammataha arthaha atidurlabhaha. In all the three worlds, it is very, very difficult to obtain that particular discipline in which is completely palatable according to dharma. So dharma lopa is a most important thing, will happen at all places. Don't think that dharma lopa takes place or endangering dharma takes place only in bhuloka. Even in Swargaloka, even in Brahma, even Antariksha Loka, there are people who are swerving from dharma. Look at Indra. Indra is the chief of gods. But Indra became a committer. I mean, he committed sin by thinking of Ahalya, Gautama's wife, and underwent a lot of torture. So the Indriya Nigraha is very much wanted in Indra. That means heavenly deities also commit mistakes. And even Antariksha Loka, Vayudeva is Antariksha. So what did Vayudeva do? He tried to intercept or interfere into the privacy of that mother of Anjaneya, Anjana Devi. She was an Apsarasa lady, very beautiful. So Vayudeva said, I want you. So through the mind and desire, he made Anjaneya be born. So he is that, like that, this dharma lopa or papa acharana, ಏನು ಶಿವಲಿಂಗವರು ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಲ್ವ. ಸೊ ಭೂಲೋಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಅಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ವಿಶ್ವಾಮಿತ್ರ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಇದಾನೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಅಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷಗಳು ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊನೆ ಪೆನಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಒನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮರ್ಷಿ. ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ನಿಗ್ರಹ, ಆ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯ ನಿಗ್ರಹಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಪೆನನ್ಸ್ to have sense control, totally, absolutely, all five indriyas should be controlled. If one indriya is controlled, the other indriya will get up. Howda? So indriyas will have a seesaw play. Seesaw andre adu gottalla namage, seesaw aata andre ondu down ondu up. But balance madode tumba kashta. It is very difficult. That's why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says samatvam yoga uchyate. Only when you have got that sense of liberty and equality, freedom, then only you are really yogi. Yoga karmasu kausalam. When he said that yoga is karmasu kausalam, it means you have to have a harmonious control over all indriyas. So harmonious control is important. That harmonious control, for that people have got to do that. That's why he says that Atmanaha kamat and Janasya kamat va dharmaha himsyat. Is it not? Nodra, Nama Vyasa Maharshi, Sukha Maharshi, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, we are going to be tempted to commit mistakes. So ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿಹಿ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹುಣಸೆಹಣ್ಣು ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಖಂಡ ಖರ್ಜೂರಕ್ಕೆ ಖಾಯಮಾನೆ ತಿಂತ್ರಿಣ್ಯಾಮ ವಿಲಾಸ ಅಂತ ಕಾಳಿದಾಸ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ದುಷ್ಯಂತನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಕುಂತಲ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಶಕುಂತಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ ಆಗಿರೋ ದುಷ್ಯಂತನಿಗೆ. ಆವಾಗ ವಿದೂಷಕ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಏನಯ್ಯ ನೀನು ಅಂತಃಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೈಫ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸಚ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ವುಮೆನ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಹೆರಮ್, ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎನ್ ಆಶ್ರಮ, ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಎನ್ ಆಶ್ರಮ ಗರ್ಲ್, ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಟೆಂಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾರಿ ಹರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಖರ್ಜೂರ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹುಣಸೆಹಣ್ಣು ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ತಿಂತ್ರಿಣಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ చింతపండు, కొంచెం చింతపండు నోట్లో వేసుకుందాం అనిపిస్తుందట. సో శకుంతల ఈజ్ లైక్ చింతపండు ఫర్ దుష్యంత, whereas all his ladies in the harem are like ఖర్జూరం. బట్ చింతపండుకు ఉన్నంత విలువ ఖర్జూరానికి ఉండదు, బ్లడ్ షుగర్ ఎక్కువైపోతుంది. సో చింతపండు నుంచి ఏం ఉండదు, అది కాకరకాయ తినమంటారు. దోస్ పీపుల్ హూ సఫర్ ఫ్రమ్ డయాబెటిక్స్, they are advised to eat bitter things, is it not? So here also when Prahlada tells that, see, it is very difficult in all the three words to have control over the desire, kama, whether it's a physical passion or mental passion or spiritual passion, and because of that kind of attraction they commit mistakes. Therefore Prahlada is telling Ati durlabha, to beget equipoised mind is very, very, very difficult, because we are always bound by karma and we are always bound by attractions. So in Isavasya Upanishad, our Rishi, Yajurveda Rishi tells that you have to be doing religious rites. Kurvanneveha karmani. You have to be doing all religious dharmic rites and then desire to live a full life. Jijive chet shatam samaha. Shatam andre purna. You should not cut short your life by one or the other atrocity to your own self. Adrinda ati durlabha sammataha andre equal. So though Krishna said in Gita, Samatvam yoga uchyate, it is very difficult to establish or pick up the samatvam. And therefore, now Prahlada is coming out with solution. When kama is always a problem, whether you are in the bhuloka or bhuvarloka or swarloka, because when you are living, kama is important. It may be, you may be regularly self-disciplined fellow. ನಿನ್ಗೇನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ನನ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ನಿನ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡು ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಜನಸ್ಯ ಕಾಮಾತ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನೀನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಿನ್ನ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೀವ್ ಯು ಫ್ರೀ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ you are going to come. Therefore, what he says, Kaumare prajnaha dharman bhagavatan iha acharet. Iha andre badikiruvagle, as you are living in this country, upon this Earth planet. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ವಾ, I visited the moon planet and the Mars planet. Not at all attractive. ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ we have got in our earth trees, rivers, mountains, plantations, men, animals, and forests, everything is there in Earth planet. Therefore, to be born as a human being upon the earth is very rare and important. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಭಾಗವತ ಧರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು ನೀನು ಆಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಭಾಗವತ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಗವತ್ತನಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಧರ್ಮಗಳು. ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ದಿ ಗಾಡ್, ಅದು ಭಾಗವತ ಧರ್ಮಗಳನ್ನು. Then once you start adopting the Bhagavad Dharmas, you will be declared as a prajna. Andre, you will be designated as a prajna, highly intelligent and useful fellow. Otherwise, useless antare. So, prajna andre have got extraordinary spiritual knowledge and awareness. That's what we call Buddha. Buddha or Bodhisattva antare. Why you call him Bodhisattva? Because Sattva Gunavannu Bodhi. And not only he got elevated into the compartment of Sattva Guna, also he has taken some more people into the compartment. Therefore, we have got number of Buddhist stories. Bodhisattva is the fellow. Hage illi prajnaha bhagavatan dharman ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕೌಮಾರ ದಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. when you are young. ರಿಟೈರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ವೇದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು ಗೊತ್ತು ರಿಟೈರ್ ಆಗ್ತೀಯೋ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವೋ. ಆ ರಿಟೈರ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು LIC ಪಾಲಿಸಿ, ಪೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಜನರು. ಐ ನೋ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಅವ್ರು ಒಬ್ಬ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ, ಸರ್ ನಾನು ವಾಲಂಟ್ರಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆನೇ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ವೇದಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, 4 ವೇದಗಳು ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ. ಅವನು ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಏನಯ್ಯ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಾರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, LIC ಏಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ವೈಫ್ದು ಕೂಡ ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬೀದಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತೀನಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸಾರ್. ಸೊ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವತಾನ್ ಧರ್ಮಾನ್ ಪ್ರಾಜ್ಞಃ ಚರೇತ್. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಾನುಷಂ ಜನ್ಮ ದುರ್ಲಭಂ. So to be born as human being is simply high difficulty. ಬರೋ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನೇ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, you become my husband, I will come back to you, your own house, ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು. Because we don't know, when once we leave the platform, you may not come back to the platform at all, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. When once you take off, you don't know. When you sit in a ship, you know definitely that you started from the south. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೇಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಓಷನ್ ಯು ಲೂಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. You lose directions both in the sea and also in the sky. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ, ದಿಕ್ಸೂಚಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ದಿಕ್ಸೂಚಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾರ್ತ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಕ್ಸೂಚಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಎನ್ನುವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದುರ್ಲಭಂ ಮಾನುಷಂ ಜನ್ಮ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅರ್ಥದಂ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಧ್ರುವಂ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಬಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ದಟ್. ಅರ್ಥದಂ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ದಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಯು ಜ್ಞಾನಂ. ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನಂ, ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್. ಸೊ ವಿಸ್ಡಮ್ಫುಲ್ ಜನ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಸೊ ಯು ಮೇ ಬಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಿ ಅನಿಮಲ್, ಎನಿ ಹಂಟರ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಲಿವ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಲೈಫ್. ದೋ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬರ್ತ್, ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋವಾಗ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾಮಃ ಪಶುಹು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಮೈ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪಶುಪ್ರಾಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಪಶುಪ್ರಾಯವಾಗಿರುವ ಕಾಮವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಬ್ಬರು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಷನ್. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಧ್ರುವಂ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಎಂತ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥದಂ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಪಿ, ದಟ್ ಜನ್ಮ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಜ್ಞತ್ವಂ. ಪ್ರಾಜ್ಞತ್ವನಾಗಿರುವ ಜನ್ಮ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್, ಯಥಾ ಹಿ ಪುರುಷಸ್ಯೇಹ.
Yata hi, where are we, uncle? Sorry.
ಪುರುಷಸ್ಯೇಹ
Yata hi mrushasyeha. Yada hi
ವಿಷ್ಣೋಃ
Vishnoho
ಪಾದೋಪಸರ್ಪಣಂ
Vishnoho padopasarpanam. Vishnoho padopasarpanam.
ಯದೇಶ ಸರ್ವಭೂತಾನಾಂ
Yadesha sarvabhutanam. Yadesha sarvabhutanam.
ಪ್ರಿಯ ಆತ್ಮ ಈಶ್ವರಃ ಸುಹೃತು.
Priya atma ishwaraha sukhrutu. Priya atma ishwaraha sukhrutu.
Now the solution give, say after problem, solution. That is what exactly the Bhagavatam or Mahabharatam or Ramayanam will go. All these epics don't only give you problems, they also give you solutions. Therefore, we have to study them. So these are all the important difficulties for all human beings born upon the land. Iha andre land, iha andre earth. ಈ ಭೂಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪುಟ್ಟಿನ వాళ్ళకి అందరికీ ఒకటే ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಸಿ ಇಹ ಪುರುಷಸ್ಯ ಪಾದೋಪಸರ್ಪಣಂ ಕಷ್ಟಂ. To go to reach the feet of Vishnu is really a great problem. But our goal in life is that ultimately you should go to Vishnu Pada. So Vishnu Pada, we are all emanated from Pado Hyasya. In Purusha Suktam, we are told that we are all born upon the earth. Upon the earth are all jivas are there. So toyena jivan vyasasarja bhumyam. Yajurveda tells us that upon the land, along with the water, all beings are being thrown up on the earth. So we are all born with water, in water, with water, and live with water, and we merge into water. Therefore, Yajurveda tells like that. So Vishnu Pada is ultimate goal to everybody. Adu, that is not exceptional. Sarvabhutanam yeshaha priyam. And Vishnu Padagalannu serodu ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಭೂತಗಳಿಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾದದ್ದು. Nobody wants not to stay upon the earth only permanently. He wants to die. He should die. Death, whether we want or not, it will come. But after death, we want to go to Swargalokam. Therefore, our Veda tells you, Swarga kamo yajeta. Why you should worship, why you should work? Only if you have got desire to go to a better loka. Swarga means a better illusion. So that is Sarvabhutanam Priyam. And moreover, for all people, which is most important thing which you should do, Atma Ishwaraha, that is the Paramatma who is staying in you, he is your friend. That is, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita told us in Atma Sayyamana Yoga, that is the concluding yoga for the Karma Yoga, which Krishna told. There he said, Atmaiva Bandhu Atmanaha Natmanam Avasadayetu Uddhared Atmanatmanam. So Uddhared Atmanatmanam Anoga, Atma contains Ishvara, Mayarpita Mano Buddhi, and I am there in you, and you should try to remember me in you and then submit to me. Like that, Atmaha Suhruto, Atmeshwaraha Suhruto. You always love your body, you always love your soul, love your pranam. Nima prana andre health. You always behave in a manner that your health is not endangered. For example, Sivalingavare, whenever you are going out, you should cover your mouth and nose. ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. And everywhere you should keep 6 feet distance from your social distance, mask, ಆಮೇಲೆ inhaling with haldi every now and then, etc. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಆತ್ಮ ಸುಹೃತು, your atma health is being protected. And then the Ishvara will interfere, see that you continue to be healthy, not going to the hospital, not going to doctor. Dadandra Priya Atmeshwaraha Surutu. What is that? Vishnu Padopasarpanam. To go to the feet of Pada of Vishnu, it is highly pleasing. So here Prahlada is teaching or telling all his classmates who are all Danavas, who are all Rakshasa clan, and who are all young people, Kaumara. Prahlada is the young Bhakta. So all his classmates are all young fellows. So that when we are all Balas, then only we should have yoga practice, and you should know that our birth is important. Our human body getting itself is very valuable. So we have to obey, respect our Deha Dharma. Anugaru, Vintunama, Deha Dharma, Mano Dharma,
Yes,
and Atma Dharma. Is it not? So Deha Dharma is taking food right time, drinking plenty of water every 2 hours. This is all Deha Dharma. And Mano Dharma is not to entertain hopeless thoughts or give room for kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada to occupy your mind and make yourself absolutely miserable. Is it not? And Atma Dharma is Paramatma Dharma. That's what exactly we call Bhagavata Dharma. Bhagavata Dharma means to go to Vishnupada, what are the measures? So there are always puja vidhan. Measure means puja vidhanas. In Saundarya Lahari, there are 13 puja vidhanas in 27 sloka, which Acharya Shankara gives us. And in Bhagavatam also, we have got, but Smaranam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, etc. There, Navamida Bhakti has been pointed out by Prahlada, that if you adopt to any one of them, 2 of them, all of them, you are ensured to go to the feet of Vishnu. Vishnu Padas, you can teach up. So that way you have the problem, you have the chance, and you have the solution. So this is how the Bhagavatam goes, because Bhagavatam is a Hamsa Samhita. Hamsa is the Rishi bird among all birds, and it's Pakka vegetarian bird, and its color is completely white, pure white. Sarva Sukla Saraswati. Knowledge is always unspected one. Without any doubt, if you have knowledge, you are really Gnani. And that's why he says, Samsayatma Vinasyati. If you are having some doubts in you, you are not a Gnani. But if you want to declare yourself to be a Gnani, a spiritual leader, you have to try to uncover all doubts which you have got. Therefore, then only you become a Gnani. And that kind of Gnanis are very well loved by Same Bhakta Priyaha. Krishna says that Me Bhaktaha Yaha Gnani Same Priyaha. He is very dear to me. I love him. And therefore, who loves you? Only when you have got pure devotion, or at least whatever be the amount of devotion or percentage of devotion towards Bhagavan. That's what exactly called a Bhagavad Dharma. You are being heralded by all Bhagavatas, by all Bandhus, Bhagavad Dharma Bandhus, and you will be great. So I think today we stop here. And though Saraswati could not join, but she has made arrangement for recording, and it will be joined. So next Sunday, we'll be logging at 8 o'clock, at same time, 8 o'clock or 8:30, and please mark that time, and she will send you the reminder for you. So Om Tat Satu.
Om Tat Satu.
Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu.
Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu.
Sarvam Sri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu.
Sarvam Shri Matrucharanaravindarpanamastu.
Om Tat Satu.
Om Tat Satu.
So nice of you to have joined, and we hope more and more things to, because the Bhagavatam and Narayaniyam, these are the two friends. Because in the Bhagavata Saptasati, our Guru has done 700 slokas, and Narayaniyam Guru Ayur Krishna Bhattatiri has made it into 1,000 slokas. So the Bhagavatam is brought to our platform. The platform means our convenience. You cannot read 18,000 slokas. If I ask you to read 18,000 slokas, tomorrow I'll start. That tomorrow will not dawn at all in our life. So this is a very wonderful opportunity. Let us go with it and continuously. And in fact, every year, this year on 13th in Guru Ayur temple, they performed the Narayaniyam day. And on the Narayaniyam day, in the evening entertainment, Krishna dance was there, dancing, going and hitting the butter pot. Vennakundanu kottadannamata. Adi aadukuntu poi kottadam kodu. That was a really sport. So that was displayed in Guru Ayur temple. And I was there to inaugurate the Narayaniyam day this year. It is my great fortune. I inaugurated. There was a dance representation, there was a recitation, and there was also the Pada, Parayanam, and all these things were there. I wish I get the link and you can enjoy that thing. Okay. Chala bhavundimma. We'll meet next Sunday. I am not in Chicago.
Yeah. Uncle
Hello.
Uncle, you are going to send me the PDF? Oh, you said last time.
I did not send you. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Today
I did not have.
I'll just email you. I think.
Yeah,
I
email.
I email and also I send you in WhatsApp.
Okay. And
So,
one thing I heard about this Anjana, you said about Hanuman's mother.
yeah.
Was she Apsara? You were saying.
Yeah, she was an
not
Apsara.
good.
Yeah, she's an Apsara lady. And she was just before marriage, she was just moving about in the air. And she was such a beautiful woman that Vayudeva got tempted. And when she was shivering, then Vayu assured, no, I will not touch you, I will not do anything, but I want to get one boy through you. So then she agreed, she got that. Though he's a Kesiputra and Kesariputra, Anjaneya, but he is called Vayuputra. He has got Vayu Amsha in that. Therefore, he has all the qualities that of the Vayu, the father, because all these people are Amsa Sambhutas. So when actually they are all born, and when he was born like that, and he was able to fly up, and he mistook that Surya Bhagavan as the mango fruit, wanted to eat it as a monkey. And then there are two versions. One is Surya Bhagavan was very much afraid of him attacking. So he gave a hit on the cheek of the Anjaneya and became a Hanuman. And there is another version that Indra was very much afraid. So he came to protect sun god, because sun is a member of his land, his Rajyam. So Devata protection is for the king of. So as a king, he immediately hit the cheek portion of Anjaneya with his Vajrayudham. Because of the hit of the Vajrayudham, he became Hanuman. Hanu means ja. Hanuman means protruded ja. Otherwise, Anjaneya was a Sundara. Sundaraha Kapimukhyasya Tanta. So Sundara, so that in Sundara Kanda, we come across Anjaneya described as Sundara. Not only Anjaneya is Sundara, Sundara is Anjaneya, Sundari is Sita Devi, Sugriva is Sundara, Rama is Sundara, Lakshmana. So Sakal Sarvam Sundaram Sundare, and there is a statement. So that's why he is, so that Vayu is influencing and through Anjana. Therefore, Anjananandanam Suviram, Anjananandanam, we begin with Anjana as a mother and Vayu as the father. Vayu Putram Bhajamyaham. See, Putra Sabda.
So where is the Kesari came in between? So what is the association with Kesari and Anjana?
Kesari is regular husband after the Vayu's touch. Because see, there is no physical occurrence.
Same thing like Arjun is a or Karna is a Surya Putra, correct? Similar.
Yeah. So Dharmaraja, Arjuna, Bhima. So Anjaneya is the brother of Bhima. Therefore, it was necessary because of the Krishna's guidance that Bhima had to go in such a way to bring that flower, the Parijata Pushpa, Gandhamadana Parvatam, on the way that Anjaneya, as an old man, was sitting, because Anjaneya is always ever younger. But it was all a Puranic situation that he was not, he kept this tail obstructing the pathway. But Bhima did not want to jump the tail. It is hard, it is not at all good for any human being to jump over the other human being. That is not permitted. So especially the leg or tail or the person himself. So, and he asked Anjaneya to remove this tail. Then he said, I have become an old man. I can't take back my tail. You try to put it aside and then you can go away. But Bhima was a failure, even to shake the tail of Anjaneya. Then he realized afterwards they became brothers. And Krishna wanted Anjaneya to be on the banner, to be participant in the Mahabharata war. Because any war could be fought only with Shiva and Vishnu. Alone Vishnu, alone Shiva cannot be victorious over terrific demons like Ravana or Mahisha or Ravana or Duryodhana and all these fellows. Because Shiva Vishnu Aikyatvam is necessary. Therefore, Anjaneya took the seat on the as a banner, is an antenna for the Krishna Ratha. The antenna was Anjaneya banner. Therefore,
how Hanumanji also had a Shiv Putra, correct? They also say the Shiv avatar. Hanumanji?
Hanumanji is a Shiva Putra, Shivamsa Sambhutaha.
Yeah.
And another point is when Hanuman hit Lankini, when she fell down on the ground for the first time with the hit of Anjaneya's that she suddenly remembered it is Shiva who came to claim his own land. So when Shiva has come to claim his own town, then she is almost very much free not to be the guardian of Lanka. Therefore, she gives absolute freedom for Anjaneya. When you have come to claim your own city all the time, I was protecting your city, because Ravana is a top bhakta who employed Shiva to be the guardian of his own city. So when he came to claim the Lanka and give to Vishnu, then that Lankini happily gave up herself and retired. And that's how the retirement of Lankini took place only when Anjaneya claimed, I want to see the entire Lanka. That is my own city, which I have been guarding through you. Now you can retire. So there are so many rahasyas, antararthas for so many episodes in Ramayana or in Mahabharata or even in Bhagavatam. Therefore, these three epics become the source book for a number of secret, open and not open desires and secrets, and known, unknown, mystical significances. So it all depends upon this. I think so, sir. So
we get sometimes confusing. I understood now Vayu Putra and Kesari. I think I understood like Arjun similar. But Shiv Putra, how he became Shiv Putra?
But Anjaneya always acknowledges himself as the son of the Kesari, not Vayudeva. For example, when he wants to give his CV to Sita Devi, he said, I am the son of so-and-so. But Vayu is later on. He never says that he is Vayuputra to Sita Devi when he wanted to introduce to that princess, because that is the reality. Amma Anjana, Tandeva. Okay. And again, we get some details only in Sundarakanda about Anjaneya and his parentage.
Yeah.
That's why Sundarakanda is very important, because it is a preamble for the Yuddhakanda. It's a preparation. And Anjaneya was a pilot force to make the Lanka town planning survey, both day and night. He made survey of the town planning of Lanka during night when he landed there. Up to his tail was lit with fire and made open parading in the streets of Lanka openly during daytime. So daytime town planning knowledge was acquired by Anjaneya. It is not just to enjoy the beauty of Lanka, but he wanted to know the secrets, ammunition points, factories, etc. So that when he brings Rama and Sainyam back, he should be able to know these important locations where they can catch up. Therefore, in Yuddhakanda, at the preliminary stage, Anjaneya was asked, what are the key points where he has to employ the Vanara heroes as guardians. So he exclusively takes the point where Ravana is the guardian, whereas the other Rakshasas, the other directions. So beautiful. You can just read the preliminary portion of the Yuddhakanda. You come to know how the war planning was there and how they started to attack. But Ramayana is not simply a religious book. It is a technical, scientific, technological treatise.
Thank you, Uncle. I think, I was just trying to say how he became Shivputra. I say, oh, Ram, he put a kheer of Ramji, so he became Ram's brother. That's another story of Hanuman. Some story there, correct?
And another point you should note that, see, he tells Ravana, your brother Sugriva. Something like our Vivekananda addressing all Americans, brothers and sisters of America.
Yeah.
So that brothers and sisters of America brought so much credit for in Vivekananda, which kind of address is something new which they never heard.
Correct.
Because the human relationship in Western countries is quite different from India.
Correct.
And this kind of human relation tie begins from Ajurveda and gets established in Ramayana, but becomes lenient and divided in Mahabharata and down. So there are so many points. What started in Veda. So tomorrow I'll send you the links. Tomorrow we have got 2 days international conference on the Veda Shastra Moolam. And I'm also there in the tomorrow program. So I'll send you in WhatsApp that to you. Please follow and share to your friends.
I will.
Tomorrow, that is there in India time is 5 to 9 there. But for us, it is from 5:30 to or 6:30 to 10 o'clock. So it will be convenient time for people outside India. For them, it is night. For us, it's morning.
Yeah, that is good.
So
and the last point before we close, the Sursa, like, the Sinka is a Irsha, jealousy. And I know about Jamwan. The Sursa, when he increases her mouth and becomes short. So it said like we should always become smaller in front of a bigger person and do our work. Exactly. But what does it represent? A quality of Sursa, correct? Is it a
see, she is much. When Anjaneya said, I am mighty, she says she wants to challenge and say, I will also become mighty. But might is not important, intelligence is important. So Anjaneya, Buddhimatam Varishtaha, so Rakshasi she was, so she only has the physical strength, but not intelligence, Buddhi. Therefore, Anjaneya became very small because he has got that Aiswaryam, Anima, Mahima, Siddhi. He became so small, went inside, get out. So see, symbolically, mystically, we have so many interpretations taken. They are only stories for children. The three abstractions which he gets on his air planet.
That is a lot of things, correct? It is a whole life story is there in these three incidents. Whether you get a problem while you are walk or in the sky or in the water, in the life problem, anything you do, go to the Bhakti, Sitaji, you will find all these problems in our life.
Exactly.
So there is a lot of interpretation in these three incidents. One can write, I think, a whole PhD on this.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
much.
In fact, I gave a talk to our Samsud Bharati in our Indianapolis some time back. The flight experience of Anjaneya, right from taking off up to landing.
Correct.
So
do you have something literature? Because what I'm doing, I'm writing a blog just to my own and my own perception. I'm reading Murari Bapu, Ram Kinkarji. I don't know whether you know Ram Kinkarji used to be a Ramayani. He's also Padma Shri. So he used to come to our place. I have his books in Hindi, but he's a great orator. So lot has been done. How each tikakar, each person like you, being so intelligent, you are trying to, everybody try to see perspective from their own experiences and try to share. And every perspective is right from the perspective what we understand. Yeah.
And it is said that Ramayana is free for everybody to interpret in the manner that they want.
Correct.
So,
like I was reading, yeah, you're right.
But Valmiki has no concession. Rahasyanchat prakashancha yadvruttam tasya dhimataha kuru ramakatham punyam. So whatever is private life or public life of Rama, that only you should register in your narration. But other people are not bound by that kind of secret.
Correct. Anyway,
so Tulsidas has a lot of freedom.
Correct. Yeah, so correct. That's the reason it is more famous. It is in more common language, and but both are important. Valmiki, I have Valmiki Ramayana.
So we'll have a separate talk on this.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Uncle.
Satsanga, we'll have a talk on this.
Yeah, do one time this topic. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, namaste.
Send me that link. Yeah, okay.